Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Click Right math class, the most interactive math class online, where each student participates and they get a chance to learn. Um, I think most people fully understand. Well, you have a good idea of what to do. Now, the question is, why do we complete the square? We complete the square because we want to find where the curve turns, and I'll explain that in a bit. Right? We want to know where the curve turns. Is it turning? So I'll explain that. That is what I'm going to do now. All right. So let's say finding the maximum value. All right. So here's the x squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0. All right. So the first thing, can you all factorize this for me quickly? Class, could you factorize this for me quickly? Tell me a values for x. And then I'll explain what's going on. Find your values for x, and what you're going to do too, you're going to sketch the graph for me. So factorize it, normal factorizing, and then I'll explain completing the square. So factorize the equation, then find the, no, I shouldn't say find. Then draw the sketch the curve for me. So you're factorizing. Everybody put your values of X for me in the chat. I want to see everybody's work. Marcus, I want to see your work. Deshaun, I want to see your values of X. So you're factorizing. It will be 1 by 10. 1 by 10, which is 10. Find the pairs of factors. So let the pair that when you add or subtract. Sorry, Garcia. I'll read in your comments again. Right. So you're there. That's correct. So sketch a graph. Send me a picture on WhatsApp, please. Sketch a graph. Send me a picture on WhatsApp. Jamelia, that's correct. Now I want you to sketch the graph. Send me a picture on WhatsApp. Naomi? Right. So Naomi, you're not finished. Naomi, you're not finished. So you need to find for X now. Everything looking nice, Naomi, but you need to find for X now. Ezekiel, good, good. Now sketch the graph, send me a picture on WhatsApp. So I want to see Kylon, Ashley. I want to see a picture from everybody. Kerrison, what we doing with factorizing? And some people already sent me their answers, which was very good. Um, then you send me a sketch of it on WhatsApp. Hurry up, people. Hurry up. Very good, Naomi. Now send me a sketch of this. Just a simple sketch. And you don't have to do with ruler or anything. Just Mikhail, that's no, Mikhail. It's not -2. Check that again. The -5 is good, but it's not -2. Mikhail, that's you. Mikhail, you can't get anything wrong, eh? Because we're trying
Yes,
to
I
get a
fixed it.
1 in CXC. So you can't get anything wrong. You can't make mistakes. Those easy
Yes, I
mistakes.
fixed it.
All right. So Kerrison, Marcus, factorize this quickly. So we can't wait. I can't wait. So we're using 2 and 5. So now we're gonna write it back using our 2 and 5. So it's x squared minus 2x plus 5x minus 10 equals 0. So I'm helping people. I want to see the answer. And you're going to work out, after you factorize this, do a sketch, and then I'll explain to you where completing the square comes in with your sketch. Hurry up. Right. Now this comes in section B. So you get, by just using the completing the square formula, you get a lot of marks. All right. So, all right, Mikhail, that's correct. Jada, right, Jada, that's correct. Now, do your sketch for me, please. Do a sketch for me, Jada. A rough sketch. You don't have to use ruler and all that. No, Garcia. Check this again. Send me a picture. Right, but you forgot one thing. You need to tell me. It's two things you're telling me from your sketch. Where the curve cutting the y-axis and where the curve is cutting the x-axis. Two things you're telling me. where the curve cuts the y-axis, Theodora. So you showed me where the curve cut the x-axis, but you didn't tell me where the curve cuts the y-axis. Anybody remember how to know? You could open your mic and tell the class, because I think people didn't remember. How would you know where the curve cuts the y-axis, all right, and y-axis?
Um,
Huh?
Study negative. Well, let's see. See.
That's C. Very good, very good, very good. That would be C. So what is C, Ashley? Tell the class, Ashley, what is C?
-10.
-10. So Theodora, it will cut. So your graph supposed to look like this. All right, that ain't looking too good at all. Let's try this again. All right, that even a little better. So where it cuts the y-axis is -10. Everybody understands that, Theodora? Now, I need to erase this because it will give me some trouble when we find the. Hey boy, I'm having a little difficulty drawing this. Now there's a reason why. All right. All right. All right. So people, where it cuts the y-axis is -10. And the 2 points, I can't wait on people. I didn't see anything from Deshaun. This is -5, and this is 2. Now it has some people in the class lost. No, because they know how I got the -10. The -10 is from the 10 here. But where am I getting this -5 and 2? Plenty people probably asking me because they did not factorize this stuff. Actually, you have what? No, x is not -2. It's 2. Now, when I factor, everybody understand where I got that blue line from? That second line. Everybody understand where I got my second line from?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's the common, let me ask somebody I didn't hear for the evening. I want to know, Carrison, Carrison, what's the common factor for here? Carrison. What's the common factor? X squared minus 2x. What's the common factor, Carrison? What's the common factor, Carrison? Sorry? It is what, I didn't hear you. I was talking while you were talking. The common factor, x squared minus 2x. What's the common factor? That easy, man. What's common? What I can divide both x squared and 2x by? Deshaun, tell him. Deshaun. Deandra. Oh, go ahead, Deshaun. What's the common factor? I'm not hearing you. Jenny, what's the common factor? Common factor kerosene is x. X into x squared kerosene. Kerosene, x into x squared. Kerosene, x into x squared. All right, so x into x squared is x. All right. Deandra, x into negative 2x. Negative 2. Whatever I have in the first bracket, we're going to put it in the second bracket. So I'm going to divide 5x divided by x. That's plus 5. Negative 10 divided by negative 5 plus 5. So our answer is x minus 2, x plus 5. So when x plus minus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to 2. And when x plus 5 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 5. All right? So that is how we know where the curve is going to cut the x-axis. So the curve is going to cut the x-axis at 2 and 5. Here, here, people, listen carefully, everybody. If you're doing anything, stop so you could understand what I'm about to say. This is really important, people. All right, take your time. Now, we need to find what is the maximum value. Sorry, not this has a minimum value. It doesn't have a maximum. The minimum value is a y value. So let me show you this. The minimum value is a y value. So here it is here. Just going to show you that it corresponds. So this is the y value here. So it corresponds to, sorry, it corresponds to whatever this value here. So it's the turning point. So whatever the y value is, this is called my minimum value. The y value here is my minimum value. Now the y value here is actually k when we complete the square. Everybody hear what I just said?
Yes, sir.
The y value is actually k when we complete in the square. So that is why we complete the square, to find where the curve turns. So people, we're learning some real big time maths now. So we're going to use k. We're going to write k is equal to 4ac minus b squared over 4a. Now it's a funny number, so I'll help you. 4 times a was 1, c is negative 10, minus b is 3. divided by 4 times 1. 4 times 1, 4. 4 times negative 10 is negative 40. Minus 9. Everybody put in the chat your value for K, please. Put in the chat your value for K. Put in the chat your value for K. Put it as a mixed number for me, please. Put it as a mixed number for me, please. All right, so let me help you with that. So that would be negative 49 over 4. Can somebody give me this as a mixed number, please?
12 and 1/4.
How much?
12, 1/4.
Very good. 12, negative 12 and a quarter. So that is what K is, people. So I'm going to just erase this. Where this Y is, I'm going to put the coordinates here would be 12, negative 12 and a quarter. But here my question. If Y is that, what is X? If Y is equal to that, what is the X value? Now to find the X value, that is H. To find the X value, we have to find for H. To find the X value, we now find for H. So H is equal to B over 2A. All right, everybody, give me the value for H. So we found the Y value, which is our minimum value. CXC is going to ask, write the minimum value, and you're going to use the formula. That will give you, that's like 5 marks, 4 or 5 marks, just doing that. You get plenty marks for completing this square. All right? So just find your value for H for me, and I'll explain to you. So H is B, which was 3, divided by 2 times 1. So that's 3 over 2, which is 1.5. All right, everybody agree with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Naomi has seen your value for K. Jamelia has seen your value for K. I'm not seeing anybody value for H, though. Tyrese. Deshaun, nice to see you put in your answers, Deshaun. Very good. Deshaun. That's correct, Deshaun. Tashiria, nice seeing your answers. H is 3 over 2 or or as a mixed number. It will be what? Ashley. Very good, Ashley. But there's a little trick now that you have to know, and I'm going to teach you that trick as we close off this evening. Theodora, correct. Carison, I did not see your answer. Marcus, I'm not seeing your answer. If you're there, Jada, Deandra, I'm not seeing your answer. Janae, Shalomi, Shalomi.
Yes, sir.
I didn't see your answer.
Um,
So let me just write it. So B is 3 over 2 times 1, which is 3 over 2. So H is 1.5. But there's a little problem. There's a but, and I'm glad that I am. Everybody pay attention to what I'm writing. Now, H is 1.5. So the answer will be negative 12.25. I write in the formula plus 1, which was A times X plus H 1.5 squared. So X plus 1.5 is equal to 0. So X is equal to negative 1.5. Now, what I just write, remember, like when we did, let me just show you all this quick so you'll understand. When we did this, we put X plus 5 equals 0. And X was negative 5. So people, when we do completing the square, you have to put the same thing as how you have X plus 1.5 there. Well, you have to make it equal to 0 and find out what X is. So X is negative 1.5. I know that you have to do some to get a hang of it. So X is equal to negative 1.5. So this is my value for X right there. So the coordinates of the turning point, CXC could ask you, it's negative 12.25. And that's the X value. The Y value will be negative 1.5. So even though you have a positive value here, you have to make it equal to 0 and find out what X really is. So that is why we complete the square. We complete the square to get our turning point. In this case, it was a minimum value. I know this is a lot of work, but we wait until you're in Form 5 to teach you this. All right. Our time is up. Try to come early. Next class, I'm going to go over this whole thing again. I'm going to give you 2 questions for homework where you have to factorize and find the turning points. All right. I'm only going to give you 2 questions. I'm going to send it as soon as class ends before the recording. All right. So that's it for today, people. See you all on Wednesday when I finish this, because now I think you all have an idea. You all have an idea, but not a full working idea yet. So I'm going to give you only 2 questions where you have to sketch, you have to factorize, you have to complete the square by finding for K and H and put in the values. I deliberately recorded, so you could go back over this recording, people. Please go over the recording. All right, so see you all on Wednesday, God's willing. We should complete this aspect. All right, bye everyone.
Bye, sir.